What up? Jeff here with all my ICP Renegades. And today is the last day we're going to use that. I am going to change it to Welcome in Renegades because I think it sounds a little bit more professional. When I first started, I didn't really care about stuff like that. Sorry, I'm late. Everything in a row just went wrong as soon as I was trying to start my video. Like people were trying to talk to me. My cat unplugged my internet. I couldn't get the things that I was looking for to pop up. My computer started acting crazy all at the same time. So yeah, I'm about 13 minutes late. Sorry about that. Stuff happens though. But we're going to be talking about why this crypto will never be the same again. The internet computer ICP is what we're going to talk about. I was going to do a different crypto video today about a bunch of other cryptos, but with everything that happened, I am just going to be making an internet computer video. We're going to be talking about why this crypto will never be the same again. So we're gonna look back into 2021 for the genesis launch of the internet computer. Now, when this happened, the buzz around the internet computer was absolutely off the chain. It did launch pretty much the end of the bear market. There was a few months, after it launched from, I think it was like March or May of 2021. And then we saw the peak in November, right? So it went up and then it had a big free fall from, I would say somewhere around $500. The actual price is kind of contested because of FTX and Alameda Research and all of these different things, Kyle Roche with Avalanche, that all these different cryptos felt like internet computer was such a threat. And this is like, after they had ran the price up with the fake perpetual futures on FTX. If you want to know more about that, go watch Kyle Six Bigs channel on YouTube, and he did a great job of explaining and showing evidence of what they had done. And so we ended up in a bear market after the crazy pump, and then a big correction for the entire market. And so we ended up seeing a bottom somewhere around the 370, 360 range. And then we started to really recover from that. And after that happened, then, all this stuff that happened with Terra Luna, the stablecoin depegged and it crashed the crypto because it was an algorithmic stablecoin and it couldn't, hold its value when there was so much liquidity being taken out. And just Binance was the kind of final straw on that, which pumped that into the ground. And then FTX, stole 18 billion, which is the one who manipulated the price of the internet computer. So the victor stands tall. Okay, so we get the SEC pump. The SEC dump pump, which means we're dumping in a massive way. It was like a dump skyrocket, right? Because of that, under that biggest level of support, which we're going to talk about at the end of the video. But I'm just giving you an overview of what happened and why this crypto will never be the same. So then we get that. We end up going back and finding a new bottom at the previous before launch support price of the Definity coin, which happened before Genesis launch in 2021. And that it went from like anywhere from 8 to 20 some dollars down to like 287, and we saw like 283 in this market. Now, it will never be the same again. I believe that we possibly have seen this bottom, this complete bottom after everything that happened. And why do I say that? We'll know more in the week to come after we close above that weekly RSI, which is going to be the most important level to know if we're bullish or not. And so if that happens, we could never end up seeing internet computer at $2.83 again. Now, the reason that I say this, if you look at Bitcoin, you look at, Ethereum and a lot of these other good solid layer one altcoins, like I would say even, Cardano or some of these others that have never returned to that previous low price again in that market from the next market to the next one. So in the next market, we might not even see lower than $6 to $10 at the low. So that's how the things are going to work. And this could never be the same again by going to these low prices. It was a domino effect of one thing after another that caused the internet computer to be the way that it was. And the technology during this time is very important, because then you can judge the key parameters of this project, right? So the things you need to look at with that are the developer activity, the GitHub commits. And what this means is there's people building, like, so you have Google, right? And you have Amazon Web Services, you have all this Amazon. The reason that they're so successful is because they have all of these very intelligent people working there, building the product constantly and adding value behind the scenes. And that's exactly what's happening with the internet computer, except on the blockchain. They are innovating the way forward by directly integrating cryptos together. Instead of it being a walled off garden, it's a connected garden, like a community garden where gardens are connected. And each, one has its own specific purpose. And that's the really interesting thing with the internet computer, is that it not only is going to provide value within its own blockchain, it is the first blockchain to realize the potential of multi-chain cross collaboration, multi-chain cross integration, and a way for cryptos to directly interact with each other on one blockchain. And that without the internet computer is impossible. There's no other crypto that can directly access another blockchain without a third-party bridge or wrapping a coin, which you have to trust somebody. So this is the future with everything that's happening for the internet computer. We're going to go into some stuff and show you, and then we're just going to talk about this today. And I want your opinion on, and I want to know what you like that's going on in the internet computer, because there's so many different things that we can talk about today, from SNS launches, which are basically projects on the internet computer that are becoming DAOs. And we're going to talk about that more as well. But the Ethereum integration is one of the biggest things going on. We're going to keep you informed on that. But I had to throw this out because this is another key parameter of why the internet computer is going to be successful. And this resonates with me so much because I've been to events at Microsoft and other places around here that are leading gaming forward, and then you can go to things that are innovative of tech and just different things around the area. So I think that this could be a key part of the Seattle demographic of the United States. So ICP Hub North America is definitely something that I want to look into more in my personal life. But look what they're doing across the world. So across the globe, ICP.Hub leaders are taking part in initiatives to educate the world about the power of the internet computer. And this is what I'm as well telling you on a global scale through my YouTube videos. So please smash that like. Let's get the word out about the ICP.Hubs, the Ethereum integration. Let people understand why the internet computer is a very undervalued crypto. I definitely got to get one of these shirts that they have, internet computer, right here. But yeah, so they're doing big things globally, and each one of these workshops, you can just tell they're filled with people that are learning about this new technology. So, and this is fairly new technology. Like I said, internet computer had their Genesis launch in 2021. So we're only 2 years into this project, and it's already a $1.6 billion market cap for ICP. So ICP.Hub Malaysia launched a large-scale ICP workshop at SPU University in Thailand. So empowering tech enthusiasts with knowledge and skills. And as you see, this is a huge turnout right here. This almost looks like a college course. You know, and this is the future. Like they're going to be teaching blockchain in college one day, and the internet computer is going to be probably on the list of blockchains to learn about. That would be cool if they had like a crypto or a cryptography class, you know, at the local college you could take. Maybe they do. I don't know. But ICP.Hub Turkey unveils their informative YouTube video, providing essential ICP technical basics. Dive into the world of the Internet Computer Protocol. Watch now. So this is Turkey. So the thing about Turkey is they have hyperinflation, or I'm not sure if they still do, but they did, which makes their money basically worthless, right? And so a big thing that can help with, you know, the countries that are in hyperinflation, one is Bitcoin, but CK Bitcoin, which is chain key Bitcoin, ran on the internet computer on the Bitcoin blockchain. It could definitely add value as well. That way they don't have to pay, like say you live in Turkey, a $5 Bitcoin fee is going to be a lot, like $5 US. Bitcoin fee is going to be more than most people in Turkey with hyperinflation can afford. That's food for what, 2 weeks or however long, a month, you know, or a week, however long that is in their time. They don't want to spend $5 on a Bitcoin fee. So what they can do is trade Bitcoin on the internet computer and end up paying less than a penny for the fee. That way they can, and it's instant. They don't have to wait or use the Lightning Network, which, you know, there's been known problems with the Lightning Network. It can really help battle inflation in places like this, or hyperinflation, because they can now trade their Bitcoin in a way that is cheap, fast, and essential, you know, to saving what money that they can. So this is a big value that I see Internet Computer bringing forward to places like this that are battling this hyperinflation and that need that 5x, 10x, or whatever it's going to cost them. And that's the same thing with Ethereum. It costs a lot of money to move Ethereum, especially in the bull market. And now that ICP is going to be directly integrated with Ethereum, you are going to be able to trade Ethereum now and move Ethereum with a less than 1 cent fee instead of paying anywhere from $20 to $100. You cannot afford that if you live in, you know, Turkey and you're like a basic income person, you know, and you're battling hyperinflation already. You're not going to want to be paying, you know, a month's salary to move something, you know. It's just, it's not productive. So this is an absolute gem. I really think that places like Turkey are really going to benefit from the power of the internet computer being integrated with this technology, with Bitcoin, and Bitcoin being integrated with this technology. So, and again, here's another huge hub, and this is one of the biggest technology markets in the world, which is India. So ICP.Hub India's virtual darshan is one of its kind, where devotees attend the event virtually hosted on the internet computer, touching hearts across geographies. Read the coverage in Business Standard. So this is a huge hub. India is, like I said, very technologically advanced. There's so many people that have amazing degrees from India that are really going to add value to the internet computer. So I don't believe, you know, hyperinflation has hit India, but I still think that they can benefit a very great deal because when you live in a country that's pretty cheap to live, right? Which, you know, India, but you don't get paid a whole lot because if you work like directly in India, depending on what job you have, you can now use a global market to, and I'm not saying people in India probably make great money, but I'm sure there's a lot of people fresh out of college or, you know, working a job that it doesn't really pay enough. Now they can benefit from a global market, which the internet computer can provide in a secure, safe, and fast way. So these are the kind of things that are going to bring value to each one of these different geographies that really benefit each sector in its own unique way. And so that's why each one of these hubs has very distinct things happening that are bringing value in their communities. And that's what we like to see. So I'm going to share this tweet with you guys. You guys, if you haven't followed Definity over here on Twitter, and keep these updates, especially for the Ethereum integration that's going to happen. And while I'm over here, I might as well say hi to everybody. What is up, Amara? Sorry if I didn't say hello when I started. I was just, a lot of things went wrong. So I was like, man, I'm just going to take my time. Let's get this going. Joseph Gleason, great to see you. If you haven't subscribed, please. We're gaining a lot of momentum right now, thanks to all of you. That's why no matter what, little hardships I go through, I make these videos for you guys because I want you to know what's going on. And I'm going to also start making other videos. It's just, I'm not trying to shill a bunch of altcoins to people, honestly, but we will look at some of our favorites, starting to see the shift happening in ICP getting buzz. So I told, all we needed was volume. We're gonna show you that. We're gonna look at the volume and show you what happened. We're gonna look at a few things, but I did want to share that tweet with you. So let's go back over here. You can kind of follow along. So after India, we have ICP Hubs Singapore and Crypto Hive Academy hosted an educational online event uncovering the world of NFTs and gaming. Love it. So like I said, each one of these different hubs have a different, I mean, you saw the India, that virtual reality blockchain stuff, it looked like on there. So there's there's difference in each one of these hubs, but they all have the overall same goal. To really put focus on Web3 gaming, NFTs, safe, secure online data storage, just the integration, the cross-chain integration, and all of these different new tech projects that are going to reshape Web3 and that are building right now, these developers. Some you've seen in my past videos that we've covered through these Definity tweets. I love these thread ones because it's just it's an information dump of great stuff. So they're releasing an opportunity of knowledge and exploration. So, and this is ICP Singapore. They say thank you to all the participants who joined us on our online event, NFT and Gaming 101, via Petrix Co., organized with Crypto Hive Acad. Think beyond and consider future possibilities to make the market more potent than ever. So as you see, even online, they just had a major turnout. And look at all the people that are building, doing these things. So it's absolutely beautiful to see different places, Singapore, Indonesia, all across the globe, all with the same mindset, all the same goal. I mean, you got Google a few places over the world, right? But are they actively like teaching people? Like, that's the thing about Google, they hire from within, and the internet computer is basically an equal opportunity employer. Anybody who has some value can bring it to the internet computer, and let's see what you got. Like Rick and Morty, show us what you got. Show us what you got, right? It's pretty funny. So ICP.Hub Indonesia's ICP incubator program is on fire. Check out last week's highlights. So this is Disruptive's hub that they're talking about from ICP.Hub Indonesia. So this is pretty awesome. Disruptives, I guess. Gosh, I forget where that one is. I think it's Thai, maybe. The time it's hard to keep track of all of them, but let's look. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, I forget which that one is. Maybe I think obviously it's the incubator program for ICP Indonesia is what it looks like. So that's pretty cool. You can come watch these videos over here, ICP.Hub Latam, which, that's where Mariano Stoll is from, our game developer and the founder or co-founder of iDark Studios. He lives in Argentina, right? So this is his neck of the woods. Obviously, there is some very intelligent people that know a lot about crypto in South America as well. So ICP.Hub Latam is definitely a good place to scoop up some really intelligent people, which is what the internet computer does. It's kind of like, when you go to school, they look for geniuses, and then try to accelerate the genius, and so that's kind of what the internet computer does. Like, that's kind of what school is for, is to find the really intelligent, special people, right? And so that's what this is like the school for adults. America's Got Talent, but all over the world. This is Crypto's Got Talent right here. Crypto's Got Talent. Okay. So sharing insights into the internet computer ecosystem and making invaluable connections with Web3 enthusiasts. And as you see, another filled room in each different one of these hubs. And each, person that you see here could have a project. They could be building something. They could be thinking about building something, wanting to learn about building something, or, just being a part of this new innovation in technology. And where we're going from here is limitless, with all of these different people in every single region of the world helping us and building this, and just leading us in the direction that they envision for us. And so this is the great thing to see, just all of these different regions participating, all with the same goal in mind. So that's pretty interesting to me. And why are they doing it? Well, there is a lot of different reasons, but I think this is a big one. Recently, so before we get over here, I do want to talk for a second, because there's been some bad blood between, whoa, what is that? No self-shilling in the chat, please. So there's been bad blood between like Solana. There's bad blood, with Avalanche and some other cryptos, right? Because of the things that happened with FTX. That's why Solana, the things that happened with Kyle Roche with Avalanche. In crypto, you use the value of the blockchain that you're with, right? And before the internet computer, everybody was talking about, oh, this crypto is an Ethereum blaster, an Ethereum slayer. Let's just say that. And then, they can't really compete with Ethereum. That's the thing. Like, Solana doesn't really compete with Ethereum. It's also ran on a cloud provider. It can be shut down. So, but instead of the internet computer being like, yes, we're so much better than every other blockchain because this, and this. So we're a Solana slayer. We're an Avalanche slayer. We're an Ethereum slayer. We are the best crypto out there. Instead, and this is where my vision and Dominic Williams align. I know you probably heard this if you watch the channel, but instead of saying, and I was the same way with Solana, because if you come after like a crypto that I hold and like you try to destroy my crypto, then I get mad. But if we can look past that, if we can put that behind us, then I think it's a good way forward. Now discover, all right, the Reddit of the internet computer, which is a platform that we've actually built a nice community ourselves of over 400 people in less than a couple months. Like we were starting to get 100 a day at that one point, but they are now building and using their platform on Solana, right? So the future of crypto is not this chain is better than that chain. It's how does this crypto interact with my favorite crypto? So why would I want to be a part of every crypto if it's just an individual crypto? It can only get so big. Now think of like banks. If a bank only has a couple of branches, probably not going to have a whole lot of money. It's going to be a smaller bank. But if you think about the bigger banks, or even a franchise, like what do they call it? Corporate. So a corporate store, right? So you get a corporate store. Well, you can't really start out corporate. Even a franchise, if you only have one building, you're limited to a certain amount of money. How corporate works is they build locations in each different city, and then they get revenue from each one of those different locations, right? And they can turn a Pizza Hut into a Domino's. They can, get other things and make it theirs. Well, what the internet computer can do, instead of having Domino's, Pizza Hut, Papa John's, Little Caesars, all stuff like that, you will have each one of those, but you will have each pizza restaurant, but you will be able to call Domino's or go online to each different one and just order it from the same place because they're all interconnected. So say if you wanted like crazy bread from Little Caesars, you wanted a deep dish pizza from Pizza Hut and like just a Hawaiian or something from Domino's, you'd be able to all get it in the same place. There are three different things all integrated into the same circle of things. So it would be like you could order from each one through one service. And that's how the internet computer is going to be. If you want to interact with Solana, if you want to interact with Ethereum or Bitcoin, now you can do it in instantaneous time. You will be able to move your money for less than a penny, and it will all be done with the safety and security of the internet computer. And what that means is there's a built-in firewall, so any malware, any other thing cannot penetrate into that. It's ran by smart contracts, so it cannot be manipulated by either Solana, a middle person there, a hack, like an outage happens and your transactions, are held up for days. That cannot happen. Even if Solana goes out, right, you will still be able to interact on the internet computer because it can't be stopped. There's no way to stop the internet computer from running, and that's why Dominic Williams calls it unstoppable as well, because it can't be shut down on a whim. And these are the different things. And so let's go into this article that shows you a little bit about the Ethereum integration. So the internet computer, ICP, teases Ethereum integration. Collateral network prepares for, we don't need to hear about that, but so internet computer, and let's hold on, an analytics insight by industry trends. It is setting its sights on providing native ETH integration to improve communication across blockchains. Well, this announcement hits the street. Okay. I don't know. They're obviously shilling that coin. So in an attempt to provide a true world computer and enable a multi-chain environment where smart contracts can communicate across blockchains, and that's what I'm saying, across blockchains, which you can't order Pizza Hut from Domino's, right? Unless you have like a Pizza Hut Domino's combo in one place. That doesn't happen because they're competitors, right? But this is going to enable competitors to be able to interact with one another in a completely trustless way. So you don't have to trust if you're working with your enemy. I'm not saying we're enemies with other blockchains, but let's just use this as an example. If you're working with your enemy, you're always looking over your shoulder, right? You're like, man, am I going to get, is this guy going to jack me up like from behind one day, just gets mad, decides that he wants to just, smash me or whatever. You would always worry about that, right? But with the blockchain, you don't have to have that worry. There's no way that the other blockchain can stab us in the back. So because it's a direct integration with their blockchain, there's no way to manipulate it. So even if they didn't like you, they're like, okay, Solana wants to destroy the internet computer. Well, you're not going to be able to do that because it's unstoppable. You can't really do anything to hack it, so there would be no way to do that. So it shares its plan to bring native ETH integration via its official website. Internet Computer is already integrated with Bitcoin Network, which is huge. And you saw Bitcoin just go up to 34K from 29 in a few hours, and it's crazy. So, and is now looking to expand by entering the Ethereum blockchain. And this is directly integrated. This is the future, and this is what we are waiting for with an announcement of Definity. That's why I told you to go follow them on Twitter for what they're doing across the world. But this Ethereum integration, go follow their YouTube as well, because they are actually talking about the testnet, talking about CK Sepolia and stuff like that, which is another way. But I believe CK Sepolia is a bridge, though. So there are still bridges out there, and for the most part, without the internet computer, that is going to be a huge problem in the future. But for right now, it's the best that other blockchains have, and you can, as long as it's a good actor and not a bad actor, you're good. But that's hard to know in the market. So, but I would try CK Sepolia. I'd always try it with a small amount first. But they want to enable smart contracts on both Ethereum and the internet computer networks to interact with each other, enabling the internet computer to read balances of Ethereum or ERC20 accounts safely. Moreover, this integration will allow the internet computer to sign and submit Ethereum transactions. So now we can interact with the Ethereum blockchain directly from the internet computer. And the cool thing about that is, even go look at the GWEI. The GWEI, which is the gas that it takes to run the Ethereum blockchain, which can be anywhere from $2 all the way up to $500, depending on how busy the blockchain is. And with the internet computer, every single time it's less, it's a tenth of a penny, like a hundredth of a penny to send a transaction instead of $200 to $500. So that's going to save you a lot of money, especially with tokens. ERC20 tokens can get really, really expensive to send. You're like $100 in the profit, let's just say, on one of your ERC20 tokens. You go to sell it, or you sell it on Uniswap or something, you're going to have to pay a fee and another fee, your gas fee, and then your trade fee, all of those things. Now you're only like $30 in the profit. You're paying $70 in fee because it's a bull market. This is really going to change how fast the transaction. You got to wait for hours unless you pay even more gas fees. You're like, man, I want that money. What is going on? Did the transaction go through? And with the internet computer, like, you see the transaction go through almost instantaneously, which it brings the worry off of the table. In my opinion, some of the worst moments I've ever had in crypto were waiting for some of my ERC20 tokens to process my transactions so that I could sell them. Or when I move my Ethereum, is it there? Where's my Ethereum at? When am I going to get my Ethereum? Dang it, I don't want to be sending a lot of Ethereum. It's just like, dang. But when you're only using a penny for gas, if you mess up on the transaction, you do a small transaction or whatever to test it, it's not going to cost you anything. You mess up on a transaction, there's $200 to $500 gone. So, and then you could front run the transaction. It's just crazy how it works there. So, and with recent spikes in Ethereum transaction fees and other development obstacles, Internet Computer could bring a way for new users to enjoy the benefits of ETH fully. This is going to be such a beautiful thing. I do want to take a look at this now, which I was telling you. When we start to go down and then we go up, this is what I look for, right? To see where the market sentiment is moving. And this is not a very great indicator of trading unless it's coupled with everything else that I've been telling you in my videos about what is going to cause a price movement. This is what we were waiting for. And so as you see, last month we were in fear because of SEC. They put the whole market back into fear. We're actually starting to get neutral before that. We haven't seen greed until now. This is the first time we've seen greed in a very long, I don't remember the last time we've been in greed. The closest we've been is like neutral. So this is beautiful to see this up in the 70s. That means that this really could be the turnaround that the market has been waiting for. Now, this could be a bull trap. You know, these go up pretty quickly when Bitcoin moves by $5,000 in one day. So those kind of things are definitely something to take in consideration, but this is definitely a good step forward, especially with CK Bitcoin on the internet computer. So Alchemy Pay is another great crypto that is basically utilized by the internet computer. It's a payment system crypto. We talk about that a lot on the channel. I still think it's one of the best cryptos. It has a good community. All the videos I ever do on it do really well, which means there's people really wanting to understand about Alchemy Pay, which the problem with a lot of crypto is you got to always buy it on exchanges to use. And what Alchemy Pay can do is add a payment system to your blockchain, so that you can buy the crypto directly on chain. And so those are the kind of things that these integrations are really going to help. And with the market moving this way, we're also going to see more developers come into the internet computer. We're going to see more people come into the community. We're going to see more people buying the tokens that are on there. The internet computer is sitting at $3.61. Now look at this volume. This is exactly what we've been talking about. If we could just get 25 to 30 million dollars in volume every single day this week, we will be able to close above the weekly RSI. And this is going to be super important to know which way we're going in the price, if we're going to stay bullish, or we are going to have a retest back down to about, I would say, $3.20. This is a pretty significant support level, even down to 315. But this is the most important factor right here to determine whether we are going to continue going up or we are going to go down. Look how far above that we are. This is an absolute beautiful way to start our week. You know, on Monday, just breaking, just absolutely breaking the biggest resistance that we have when it comes to any kind of resistance, any one of them. So this double bottom confirmed, boom, 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 boom. If we do have a pullback, we could see a cup and handle type pattern play out on the weekly. Say we go up, or get rejected by this 360, go back down to even 340-ish, 340. We could see a cup and handle pattern play out on the weekly that will bring us back up to this 360. So as long as we can close above this, even if we do head back down to about 340, we could see a bounce off of this. We could see a cup and handle pattern, which is just a U shape right here, where this side goes up and it'll touch the top of this. So if we close here, see how the wick goes up? So if we close right here and then go up the next week, we could have a legit cup and handle pattern. Let's see. Boom. Shout out to Six Figs for teaching me that little piece of advice there. Now I know how to erase it all. Thank you, Kyle, man. You saved my butt, bro. I can't believe I didn't know how to do that. But so as you see, this weekly EMA 9 is on there, 334. So we are going to have a lot of support at this level. So even 320 might not happen. Most likely it's not. We're actually holding support right here, which goes all the way back. As you see, this level was the bottom over here. And we just kind of wick down, wick down, wick down, wick down, broke it. So this is what happens with the price. Every time you hit a level, you wick down, you touch it, you're breaking this every time you hit it, right? And especially with the candle body closing down there. Close, wick, wick below, wick. Candle body broke. Okay, so now it's going to be kind of the same thing on the way up. You see how we hit this EMA so many different times here, and it just brought us down. We could not break it. Boom. Okay, this is and look at the small amount of volume that it took to do that. This is why the Bitcoin dominance is so important. when we have a move with Bitcoin like that, it really can break out of this big long-term resistance. So why? Well, if we look at the volume, this is why. So when Bitcoin goes up, people start to get greedy. And I wouldn't even call it greedy. I would just call it bullish. Green is bullish, right? So people start to get bullish. They're like, Bitcoin's going up 5,000. Let's get some altcoins going. What altcoins? Well, the internet computer, $1.6 billion market cap. Now we got 29 million in volume. This is down 32% from yesterday. And remember, it was up to about almost 40, 50 mil on Monday when we did our last video. So we've had consistent volume. I really wish I could look at the volume on a chart. Okay, well, we can go to the 7-day and we can kind of look at it right here. So remember when I was saying, why is there only $15 million in volume at $2.90? This is a big support level. This is why we're not going up, because people are scared. Well, look, so at 15 mil, we start to go up to 16, 17, working our way up, but we can't get above that 330 resistance without more than about 30 to 50 million dollars in volume in one day, and then 25 to 30 million every day for that week to stay above it. So we're on track for that. If we can stay at 25, 30 million every single day this week, we're going to close in a massive way. We're up 18% this week, by the way, in our 7-day. So if you bought this down here when I was telling you, man, this is a crazy big support level, and you would have been up 18% on your money already. So if you have $1,000, that's $188 in profit. 10,000, you're talking about $1,888 in profit in 1 week. So there's money to be made here. And this is the GUI, 23 GUI. So 2 minutes. Or you could pay 25 GUI and get it in 45 seconds. The internet computer, like this is Ethereum gas fee in time. So if you want to do it slow, 195 seconds, 22 GUI, and that is depending on how much Ethereum or whatever. And altcoins can get really expensive to send on the Ethereum blockchain, like Shiba Inu. Like a lot of these just, other crypto can get really expensive to send. And that's why the ERC20 tokens are going to be fire. So that's going to be cool. But let's finish our thought here. So as you see, as we go up, the market starts to get bullish again. We get up to from 14 within 1 day, up to 17. Then let's see the next day. Now we start moving from 17 to 25, all the way up to 32, 36, 38, 30, 41, 43, 46, 47, 48, 49. So $50 million. This is what we needed to break out. I told you the whole time that this is what we needed to break out, and this is beautiful. I'm not bragging. I want you guys to know that when I make these videos, I'm not trying to just show you some garbage altcoin. I am going very in depth to what the internet computer does. The price is not always a reflection of the project in the bear market. Now, if we stay at low prices in the bull market, I'll be making a retraction video, but that's not going to happen. You will never see me make a retraction video on ICP because it does exactly what it should be doing. We test, we get the SEC dip right over here, boom, absolutely just wrecks us, right? We were testing that weekly RSI, SEC dump, the market still, we try to double bottom it here, but the momentum just fell flat, right? There wasn't enough volume to keep, and look at that. We had hardly any volume here. Look at that, that's volume. That's volume. Volume, big volume, big volume. This is all just little manipulated volume. This is nothing. This is a drop in the bucket, right? We start to go up in volume here. So we are trending. And once we get these 2 green candles, we normally get a big pump to the upside unless we're so the bear market's a little bit different. But as you see here, we can get rejected. This is bear market 1, 2, boom. So it doesn't happen every time, like here, 1, 2, rejected. But if we can get enough volume with this 1, 2, third candle, boom, we're good to go. And I want to note that we're 7 points above the simple moving average. So we blasted out not only to break out with enough volume that it took to give us the momentum upwards, but we are still 7 points above that weekly level, which gives us a huge advantage and we're on Wednesday now. So the close happens Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And so we are already almost halfway into the week now, and we're 7 points above that. We're above the weekly EMA 9, so we're above the last 9 candles, the moving average. So this everything we want to see, and if this volume, which now it is, within 1 week, we're starting to go up in volume. This means that we are in bullish momentum right here. We have volume that increases week over week. We have a clear breakout on this week and a higher volume already half the week done. So this is very, very good stuff. And no wonder we're in the greed right now still. So I do want to look at the shorter time frame just for a second. We're not going to do a whole lot more here. But as you see, even on the hour, like I said, we were super overbought right here, and the pressure to go down was pretty intensive. But the cool thing is, we actually were able to cool off in a way that didn't push us down. Why? Well, look at this line that we keep kind of going above and going under, going above and going under. This is a kind of crazy little thing, if you ask me, because it looks like this is absolutely just kind of hugging this line. And it has so much volume that it can't break down, and it's riding this EMA 9 as well. So it keeps riding this, hitting this kind of resistance level, breaking above it, can't do it, but it's riding this EMA 9, right? And so it actually was able to reset in such a way that we're actually higher than the beginning point where we started to pump over here, right? So, and we're above this line that we keep going above and below, right? And we're above the EMA 9 as well. And this is on the 1 hour, the short time frame. And you would expect this to actually push the price back down to somewhere around the 335 level. If you fail to break out of this level with so much volume right here and being overbought, it should have pushed it. This is the momentum we have, though. This just shows you the solid state that the internet computer is in, despite everything that it's been through. And why? Well, you saw why. This, all of the things that I've been showing you, the good volume, so let's look at the 4 hour, and then we're just going to kind of call it a night. I am going to be looking at some harmonic patterns in the future, but actually this does not fit it. But I will be looking for harmonic patterns in the future. As you see on the 4 hour, though, we were super overbought. And the cool thing is, again, we go back down, reset. Why? Well, there's not as much volume right now. So you can get too much volume when there's not enough demand for the crypto, right? When we're in a bear market. And then it can actually work against us, but it can also work for us, which it's doing right now. So if the volume was going to stay up at 50 million, we would have stayed up here and then got a firm rejection and the price would have went down. But since the volume kind of cooled off, and this is what this is, the volume, right? The volume that it takes in order to keep a level, or there's too much volume, which means we're overbought, which means there's selling pressure. So what happened is the volume decreased, so the selling pressure decreased, and as it be, because people were either taking profit, whatever it is, they obviously didn't take a lot of profits. They're probably just still loading up, but less and less, and this can go down. And that's beautiful to see. I do want to see the simple moving average kind of come down as well without breaking these key support levels. We've been above this EMA 9 the whole time, which is a very big support level when you just start a big rally. But as you see, the volume has decreased here. And you can see it with these bars. And that's why when there's big volume right here, you see the big volume coming in. We were kind of getting overbought here because the volume compared to how many people in the market wasn't as much, right? So it kind of brings that up. When it's also about supply there and demand, right? So if people are buying, the volume isn't very much, but more people are selling. This is going to kind of go up a lot faster. But when we get a lot of volume, it'll kind of peak up here. As you see more volume, we get overbought. And then that volume decreases and we go down. So it can work both ways. You can have a lot of volume that decreases. You can have a little bit of volume that increases. Right here, as you see, it does increase, but it kind of pushes it up pretty fast because the market at that time was either neutral or in the fear, right? So those are the things that you have to kind of understand when looking at these. And it looks great. This was a good cool-off period, definitely needed. So now on the daily, you can kind of see, because we went absolutely parabolic this day, absolutely parabolic. And so we had a lot of trouble getting above this and staying above it. We'd get above it for a minute and just get rejected, get above it, get rejected. But each time we break out of this, it's better. So we broke above it, closed above it here. And then this is the most important candle right here, because this one closed above it, but can we confirm it on the daily? Yes, confirmed, touched, blast off. This is what we want to see. So for now, I see a continuation pattern in the chart. It does look like an ascending triangle is forming on the daily that kind of goes all the way back. It does look like we're testing that level at about 357. So if we can stay above that, I mean, with this ascending triangle, I'd probably just move it up here. So we're talking about 360 because you could take it all the way back there, but I would just kind of go with this right here. And I don't even know if you could say that this is an ascending triangle yet, because it went up so fast that it's kind of hard to even do that yet. I mean, it really wouldn't even make sense right now. Now, if we do a smaller one though, like say from here, then we do have an ascending triangle, a smaller one. Let's see. So this could be a bullish continuation pattern. We're going to have support right here about the EMA 9 on the I think it was the 1 hour, or was it the 4 hour? Let's look. So on the 1 hour, 358 is going to be our support, kind of right where we're at now. Let's look at the 4 hour and see where that is. Yeah, right at 357. And then the daily, so 357, 350. This is a pretty big area where we're at right here. And then all the way down to about 355. And then all the way down here at 339 on the daily. So that is very important. We are overbought. We're at 70 up here. But as long as we can cool off a little bit, we do have this RSI as support, which is at 57. So if we do go down, like, I don't know, even to this EMA 9 at 340, we could hit that RSI 2 and bounce back up. And then we'll have a little bit different of a pattern forming. So that ascending triangle would essentially be worthless at that point. But I do see a continuation in the future, especially with this volume. If we can just keep this amount of volume, at least if we can just keep this volume all week, and I'm going to make a video, I think either Sunday or Monday about this, so we can make an update and then do another price prediction after that. So now, where's the internet computer going to be in a couple of years? So if you see what they're doing in each one of these different regions right now in the bear market and how many people are interested, if you look at even my YouTube channel, I made a post on my community post. I just hit 500K views. And if you look at where most of my views came from is November of 2021. Well, why did I get 16,000 views in one day? Or I think it was 14,000 views in one day. That's like that's like 2 months of my channel now, because it was the peak of the bull market. So many different people were searching crypto, looking for crypto, trying to find the next, place to develop on, the next crypto to get into. FOMO. We don't FOMO on this channel. We let you know way ahead of time to prepare yourself for the coming bull market. That's the only way to make money in crypto, at least like 50% of the time for me. Sometimes you bet on a wrong crypto and it goes away, but if you have a solid crypto that has active development, it has an active community, it has an active participant like the Ethereum Foundation, then you can safely bet that crypto is most likely going to survive. If it went down 99%, 99 point whatever percent, and is able to bounce back the way that it has, no matter all of the adversity that it went through, this is a crypto that has my interest. And I'm not even on a grant right now. Let's just say that. So this is my own personal opinion about the internet computer. Miguel, great to see everybody, man. Greasy things, man, my guy. So Querio pre-sale started today. So the 25th, are we 20? It's the 25th, dude. Querio pre-sale, get over there. SNS is on the NNS. I do have a link to the NNS below. Meta Owl, my guy, he's doing big things over on Twitter. He has a project as well. Go check out this man's Twitter. Meta Owl, Wise Owl, I believe, ICP, Meta Owl. Check him out. That's the homie right here. He's always supported the channel. And he's doing big things in this space. More developers, more guys, more peeps, man. We understand these things, greasy things, man. I love that name. Objective, real, reality, objectively, what is up? Yo. ICP Cosmos Algorand. That, dude, I cannot wait for a Cosmos integration. Dude, Cosmos is fire. And you can make a, like last bull market, I missed out on Cosmos. I want to have a bag of Cosmos for my next bull run. Not gonna lie. The capabilities Cosmos has is great. A direct integration, Algorand, another one that you can't. I couldn't lose money on Algorand. Let's just say that in the last bull market. Like no matter, even if I messed up, oh crap, I could have just took like a couple $100 in profit. Look the next day. I'm glad I didn't take a couple of $100 in profit. Dang, it just went up to 288. So I can't wait for the next bull run so you guys can see the power of the ICP community in a full bull market. So several buy orders from 328 all the way down to 304. So that is smart in case those levels break. I would have some right above that. It could go to like 328, but what if it hits 331 at that support though? You know what I mean? So if it hits that, doesn't go back down to 328 and back up. But I would start at like myself, not financial advice, but this is what I would do. I would start like 335 and scale in a little bit down from there because of that big support level. And if it does break, that's why I say like have more. I maybe even don't have 328, maybe 333, 325, 310, 304. Something like that. That's what I would do for myself, just so that I hit those levels. And I would put more in as it went down too. So Sneed, I don't know what that is. Anyone into Ali? Oh, and we do have to look into Etna AI. That is something I do want to do. How many computer nodes does ICP have to ensure decentralized blockchain? So it isn't like a traditional node, right? It's a node provider. So it's like an operating center for like a node. So it's a little bit different, and each one of them gets a certain part of the information. Like node doesn't always get all of the information. They're able to distribute it, and that's threshold signing through all of these different node providers, and that's what makes it decentralized because no one can have all of the data in one place. So that's really, really a good question, Mr. Leroy. Bad Leroy Brown. All right, love my ICP bag. Well, don't love it too much. You might have to part with it one day. We're not Michael Saylor. We're not holding for 100 years, but we are holding for at least 8 years, 6 years now because the next bull market. But then 6 years, probably about 9 to 10 years. So yeah, we could be in this for a while. I'm at least in for the next 6 years though, myself. Dude, yeah! I'm being careful, but that is great, man. Yes. Yes. Thank you. I can't even, man. Dude, in the bear market, this is like $1,000. You know what I mean? What if I put this in an internet computer right now? I get one and a half, one in 1.359, was something like that, and then it goes up to $1,000 per ICP. So then I'll have turn $5 that this man gave me out of the kindness of his heart into $1,500 almost. $1,300, 89 cents. $1,300, 89 cents. So how much does it cost to buy a node and who approves it? So you're not going to be able to do that. It's a node provider. I could probably go into that a little bit more. It isn't, you can't, it's like an operating center, right? It's not like you're going to be, it's like, how do I buy a mining operation for Bitcoin? Like you need a building, you need staff, or whatever to set it up. You probably need maintenance to keep it going. So these kind of things, they're not made for individuals as much. Now you could go in and look on how to join the node provider and maybe become like a node through the station, because there's different node provider stations across the world as well, which makes it more decentralized because it's not all in one centralized server or one place. That's a good question though, man. Holding some for $100, and I still believe $100. I might have missed that in my videos where I was talking, but yeah, I still believe that ICP is going to a $100. Now, if you look at the market cap and what that would mean, that would be somewhere around a 33x from right here, a little bit, the 30 some x. So if you multiply the $1.6 billion market cap by 33x, then you will get the total market cap if ICP went to $100. So 1.6 billion times let's just say 31.5. So you're only talking a $50 billion market cap. Actually, let's be conservative, 32.5. Okay, let's do that. So a $52 billion market cap, which let's go look at crypto market caps real quick. And somebody double that if you can. I don't want to leave my guy high and dry here. So if you can double it, please do. If you can't, it's not a big deal. But let's go look at this crypto market cap. And then we can see, and this is going to be in the bull market, mind you. So we aren't going to necessarily be competing with these top cryptos at the time, because they're going to be a lot higher as well. So if we look at Bitcoin, 677 billion. Well, 50 billion is a drop in the bucket to that. Number two, Ethereum, 215 billion. Well, yeah, it's possible for a crypto to go to 50 billion market cap. So let's look at Tether, 84 billion. Okay, that's a lot. Okay, now let's look at these altcoins now besides Ethereum. BNB, a $34 billion market cap, up 7% in price. So now we go to XRP, a 29, and this is in the bear market. We're at 1.6 billion right now. So if we go to 100 at the peak of November of like 2025, October, December, whatever, we could end up at 50 billion. This is probably going to be at 200 billion or 100 billion, 120 billion USDC, another stable coin, probably, anywhere from 40 to 100 billion, unless they don't have any more USDC, then it will be worth however many USDC. But then Solana, we were just talking about that. It is up 37%. Let's just say that in the last week, pretty impressive. Dogecoin up 22%, 10 billion, 13 billion, 9. You get my point, right? And this is all in the bear market. And we're at 1.6 billion. So there's a lot of crypto with some nice heavy $5 to $10 billion market caps, right? And we're right here at number 34. So we could really move up. We're up 18%, not bad either. Not gonna lie, some of these aren't up. Cosmos, I'm only up 14, and it's at a $2.6 billion market cap. These are great cryptos too. Stellar Lumens, $3.1 billion market cap, 104 million in volume. This is what I'm talking, and we could get up to 50 billion in the next, and we could be somewhere around 10 to 15. You know, sitting right somewhere around 10 to 15 here, right next to wrapped Bitcoin, right? And wrapped Bitcoin, there's a third-party bridge, and there's $5.6 billion that could be hacked, that could be drained, that could be leaked because they wrapped it, and there's a third-party bridge. So you could lose $5.6 billion. That's crazy. Maybe not all of it, but you know what I'm saying? Lose 3 billion of that. What is going to happen to wrapped Bitcoin? What's going to happen to your money? Right? You can't do that on the internet computer. We're going to see CK Bitcoin on here one day. Right here. CK Bitcoin, number 86. That would be cool, though. All right. So I think that's about all we're going to have for today. Yes! Dude, my guy, he doubled it. I don't know if that's what he meant by double it. I think he was talking about double the $5, but thank you, bro. Thank you. That is so nice of you, man. That makes my night. That makes all the internet stuff, all the things that happened worthwhile because you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. XLM. Dude, I'm an OG when it comes to XLM. I really am. That is one of the very first cryptos that I just navigated to. Stellar Lumens, man. Even the name was like, yeah, dude, I got to get me some Stellar Lumens, man. Be here. Just forfeit. We are. I think I might just make an extra video this week. I might do Friday morning with Jasmine and a couple other cryptos for you guys, or I might just do it on Saturday. So Vanish, my guy, double $5 is $10. Oh, hey man, you're right. I like the way you guys think. I really do. That's good for us all because it helps the algorithm. You know, you guys, like, you just supported my channel, like, financially, but you also helped YouTube say, okay, well, dang, these guys are going to support this, man. Let's throw this into the algorithm. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to go spend some time with my cat. I do have to do a couple things real quick, but then I'm chilling for the night. I am going to be uploading our NFT project to Tonic very soon. All I have to do tonight is download the files, and then I can upload the files to Tonic, and hopefully, I need to see how long it takes for one MP4 to upload, and then I can calculate the time, the rest of the MP4 videos, how long it's going to take to upload. Then we're going to have a date for launch. This time it's not going to be canceled. This launch date is going to be legit. Okay, no more. I apologize about all the stuff that happened with launch and everything. None of it was done out of ill will. I wouldn't even care if I can't trade in the market because I'm not going to sell any of the NFTs or anything. It's just when I can't, KYC, and most of the people who want to buy it can't KYC. It's not beneficial to us or Yumi, and Yumi's a great platform. And you will never catch me saying anything bad about Yumi. They have a great project. I just think they need to rethink their KYC for non-gold and let people buy and sell and trade their NFTs. And if they do that, they're going to blow up again. Yumi was like my second favorite platform. Sometimes it was my first, depending on, because you got district pods over there, IC Pass. Then you have my homie PB Rooms over there, Peppy World. So there's just a lot of cool things over there. But we are going to launch on Intrapot first. We are going to see, hopefully if we can launch on Yumi, maybe DG Gastonia. But go over there, get some Querio tokens, get some SNS1 if you have it. We need to make a video about that, the Dragons game. We started telling you about, which is when I say we, the channel, we started telling you about SNS1 token when it was at $100. It's somewhere around, $900 to $1,200 right now. So go check it out. All right, guys. Thank you, everybody. Well, yes, the algo, man. Algorithm, Algorand, they are both great. Let's get into the algorithm with some Algorand, right? Cross-chain collaboration, man. That's what we got to do. So I love your name again. We need more creative people in the chat. These names are just absolutely, I don't even know how you would think of them. In the bear market, this is the perfect name. Just forfeit. Lose everything that you worked hard for. Just give up on crypto after you already made it almost 2 years in the bear market. Just forfeit. Nah. So his name is perfect because we don't just forfeit around here. We don't give up. We fight. We take what's ours. So, all right, guys, that being said, goodbye and good ICP. Bam!